Alright, good morning class. Today I'm going to be persuading you guys about why AUS should be offering life courses. As most of us now are at least juniors, or even seniors, we can say we have the hang of college life. It's not like we were freshmen and we didn't know anything. We might even say that we are doing a decent enough job managing our studies, our social life, and even managing to fit in some sleep. Sorry, Khaled. I'm not sure about you guys, but I learned most of this through trial and error. Like when I came as a freshman, I had no idea what to do. But now, slowly, now that I'm in third year, I'm learning how to manage my time better, and I'm becoming a better student slowly. But what if it didn't have to be like that? What if we didn't have to learn everything through trial and error and go through mistakes? What if there were things we could do beforehand to prepare ourselves? I've always thought that AUS does not do enough to prepare students for practical life and the essential skills we should all possess in addition to our degrees. Therefore, I did research on how some universities prepare their students for life after academics. My sources include newspaper articles and journals. All students, I believe, should possess more than just common book knowledge. Life skills should be included in the curriculum because it will help us become well-rounded individuals instead of just having the book knowledge. So for my first point, I'm just going to explain why we should take life skills as a requirement, and I'm going to construct a plan and the implementation of the course and the added benefits of actually doing life courses. So before I go on, it is essential I define what is life courses. So life courses is a general term that will be used to define courses that every 20-something-year-old should know, but doesn't. Like, for example, life courses could involve something like cooking, or how to repair your own car, or how to dress smart on a budget. Things like that, which can actually help you in real life. Even leadership abilities, maybe. The reason behind this is that because students in this university can solve advanced calculus equations, predict the price elasticity of demand, but if you ask them if they can change a tire, they'd be like, I don't know, bro, maybe. Or ask them if they can manage their finances, they'd be like, no. So studies have explored this topic before, and they have found that implementing courses on life skills have actually improved students' academic life as well as in helping them develop into better people. A great example of this can be seen with the top Ivy League school, Harvard. In 2007, Harvard University noticed that the students who lived on campus did not possess any life skills. They couldn't do basic tasks like repairs, how to pay their rent, even cook. So they realized that this is a problem, and these are Harvard University students, so they should be above everybody. So they decided to introduce these life courses. They introduced things such as essentials of car maintenance, or even how to dress smart on a budget. These classes proved to be widely popular, and lots of students signed up for them because they wanted to learn these other unacademic skills. So the focus of Harvard to turn away from just academia and help its students learn some practical knowledge helps differentiate Harvard's graduates from the other universities. This ideology, I believe, can also be implemented in AUS. As the AUS brand comes with the image of hard work, you're like, oh, you're AUS, you must study really hard. But what if it came with hard work and the actual practical real-life knowledge? That would be helpful. Because let's face it, as soon as you're done at the end of the semester, you learn some theory, some formulas, it's all gone. Whereas these skills will stay with you for the rest of your life because they can come in handy in day-to-day basis. Another reason I believe we need to introduce these courses in AUS is due to the simple fact that in this era of economic uncertainty, it's harder and harder to find a job due to various factors such as competition. According to the president of High Point University, they recently introduced these life courses as well. He said because nowadays, employees, they do not prefer to hire graduate students because they think hiring graduate students is risky. Whereas before in the past, they would like to hire graduate students, train them, make them apprentices, and shape their minds and help them be assets to the organization. Therefore, in order to counter these negativities, the University of High Point in America has introduced these life courses as well. The course objectives involve raising self-esteem, goal settings, and leadership abilities, amongst other things. It is important to note that these life skills will not only be helping students to further their knowledge, but it will also affect their studies. There was a study done by Michael Prince, a professor in Bucknell University. What he said was essentially that when students are more actively involved in what they're learning, like for example in a life skills class where you're actually cooking yourself, you're repairing the car, whatever you want to do, you have greater brain activity and you're able to learn more than just sitting passively in a lecture. So these activities help you be a better student and make you able to absorb the information faster and more efficiently. So now that I've made my arguments on studying skills, I'll provide a guide on how AUS can implement these courses. Since we all require to do GER courses, I believe that we could easily implement these life skill courses into them as well. This would be done in the process. I think what would work best is Life Skills 101 and Life Skills 102, with a prerequisite and then the follow-up 102. Life Skills 101 could involve the theoretical aspects more than the practical, like leadership ability, how to manage your finance, things like that. Whereas Life Skills 102 could be more of the cooking or mechanical repairs or DIY projects, things like that. However, as cool and exciting as these courses can be, they do come with a cost. AUS will need to build more classrooms and laboratories for the students to work in. At Harvard, what they did was they took the school cafeteria and they changed it into a big kitchen and they allowed them to cook there. But in AUS, I believe if you attract the right kind of sponsors, you can help them sponsor you to build new buildings and facilities, like they have in the SBA building. If you've noticed, there's a plaque that says, sponsored by the Sharjah Petroleum Company. So something similar to that, I believe, will work. Offering these life courses will help students who study in AUS and transform them into well-rounded individuals. According to Dr. Abdul Kalam, the former president of India, he believes that the greatest reason surrounding unemployability in India is not due to the lack of technical skills. Because in India, 70% of graduate students are still unemployed and they're engineering majors. He says it's because of the lack of the social, cognitive, and awareness skills. He says they are too focused on book knowledge, especially in a curriculum like in India, where the students are taught to learn only from the book. He believes that in order to combat these negatives, you need to introduce something that will help take the students further than just sitting in the classroom and thinking about the book. So Dr. Kalam argues that cognitive, social, and self-discovering skills are essential for students to learn. So I believe in AUS, if you introduce these kind of skills, it will help the students not only think about their lives, their majors, but it will help them be more well-rounded individuals. Like for example, every time you go to the garage and the guy tells you that, yeah, this is wrong with your car, you have no choice but to believe him. I mean, you could ask somebody, but in the end you're going to believe him. Whereas if you took a course in UD, which told you like, this is what is wrong with the car and how you're supposed to fix it, you will have a better understanding of how to actually, you'll be like, no, this is wrong, I learned about this. Instead of just YouTube and stuff like that. So I believe in AUS, if you actually implement these courses, they will greatly benefit the AUS students. And I think that graduating university with more than just academic knowledge is very important. So what do you guys think? Would you be willing to take these courses if AUS actually offered them?
Yes.
So if you agree and believe that AUS should offer these courses, we should find a way to raise our voices and concern the university. Thank you. Any questions? Man, I kind of went too